Welcome to Waller Customs, I'm Brent Waller. Today we're going to have a look at my Gotham By Night Lego build. I built this last year in October of 2020 for a local event we're having down here for my lug, which is Brisbricks. And we were having an event at the Dreamworld Lego store. And the event was superhero themed, but it was kind of to celebrate the release of the USC sized Batwing that was coming out. And I actually worked on the Lego Batman movie briefly for a couple of months in 2014, I think it was. And one of the things they had me make was the Batmobile from the 1989 movie. And I love that car, and I was going to make it anyway. So the first thing they asked me to make was that, and I was like, sure, you pay me to do what I was going to do anyway. And I've actually got it here, you can just have a quick look at it. This is a slightly modified version of the one I made for the movie. Some of the parts I used were all digital in the movie, aren't available in reality. So like the intakes here, you can't see there. Intakes here on the side are a completely different piece. And I made a few other adjustments just to make it more physically strong and capable. It even opens up the top here. I haven't got any interior in it, but you could probably fit a minifig in there and some detail if I bothered to do it. But I'm getting distracted. It's one of the many Batmobiles I made for that movie, as well as many other vehicles I made for that movie. I made boats, I made no planes, I made submarines, worked on the Bat Sub, what else did I work on? The animated series Batmobile, the Bat Tank from The Dark Knight Returns, a bunch of other ones. And one day I will do a video on that stuff, I promise, because I've got a lot of cool stuff that never got shown in the movie, and some stuff that just didn't get shown fully, like the Bat Carrier I made, which I don't think ever showed up in the movie, and there's a bunch of other Bat vehicles that never got shown, or never got shown in full. So one day I'll do that video, I promise. But anyway, getting distracted. I wanted to make the Batwing to go with my Batmobile, and this was the Batwing I made, which is minifig scale. I keep meaning to replace this canopy with a dark black transparent one. Try and get Batman out of here. His legs are stuck. Technical difficulties. Oh, he's stuck in there real good too. He's been in here for probably a couple of years now because I've never pulled him out, and he's literally not coming out. His legs are stuck. Come on. There we go. His legs are out. So he can fit in there, but if you leave him in there for a couple of years, he won't come out very easily. Sorry, I just bumped the microphone there. So yeah, that's the Batwing I made, and I wanted something to feature it because I'd had a limited amount of time to build something. Sorry, I've just moved away from the mic there for a bit. Had limited time to build something, and I already had the Batwing, which I really wanted to show off and kind of celebrate the big USC one coming out. So I thought, why not kind of recreate that scene from the classic Burton Batman movie, where the Batwing flies up in front of the moon and then flies down back into the city. Or does he get the balloons before or after that? I can't remember whether he cuts the balloons and then flies up, or whether he flies up and then cuts the balloons. But anyway, that's the scene I wanted to recreate. So I've kind of created a Gotham city skyline here in micro scale. And I've used I really wanted to try and get a lighting effect for the city itself, for the lights. And I've used variations of yellow and sort of light, I think it's called light bright yellow, for some of these windows. And I kind of give that feel of lights being lit up from inside, while also giving some sense of scale, because the different spacing you have with the different colors kind of makes it look like the different floors in the building. So it gives it that sort of sense of this is a much bigger place than it actually made out of, a much bigger scale than it actually appears. And obviously I've got the bat signal up there in the sky shining, and a little tiny little bat signal. I've got the bridge running across, which was kind of a cheap way of building something rather quickly, and also helped the side benefit of it framing quite nicely. So I was initially going to have a full skyline, and that was going to be it, but I found that it kind of just looked a bit too busy when I started. I had half of these buildings probably, I just started placing them along, and it looked too busy, and also I realized I was going to run out of black if I didn't find another solution to this. So the idea is I'd have the river running down the middle with a bridge going across it. That would help draw your eye up towards the Batwing. So it was a completely happy accident that happened, but I think it actually worked a lot better. So on the right hand side here, I've got a small little Arkham Asylum. So I've got little east and west wings there, and a little sort of main office tower in the middle. And then over to the side here, I've got like a industrial district next to it with some tanks and factories, and a big building behind it, which I pretend is Acme Chemicals, birthplace of the Joker. And there's a few other little details there, just some sort of standard buildings, a little water tower hidden in amongst there. And the building up on the corner I actually kind of perceive as Wayne Enterprises, Bruce Wayne's company's building, or Wayne Tower. And I'll just go up and quickly look at the sky there. I had several attempts at this and I wasn't completely happy with it. The way I've made those clouds, I really wanted to get the light shining off of the moon onto the clouds and kind of get that sense that it's like a silvery full moon shining on top of some dark clouds. So I initially had several layers of color there. I initially had a white layer in behind the grey, but I just found it was too noisy, and I found that just having two layers of grey worked sufficiently to get the effect I wanted to achieve. And then obviously we've got the bridge across the middle, which is my cheap way of getting more sense of scale. So you've got the bridge obviously with less parts that I would need to build all those other buildings, because I've literally run out of black. All my black's tied up in this at the moment, and it needs to come apart soon so I can build some other things in black. I only work in black, by the way. Sometimes very dark grey. And then on the left here we've got more of the residential area, or the CBD. So we've got lots of small office towers and some sort of residential foreshore down here on the front. And then some obviously big towers, this one inspired by the Empire State Building. See, then we move up into the sky itself. So I've got this gradient running through the sky to kind of get that effect of a horizon, and then that would allow the silhouette of the buildings to pop against it. I would have liked that a little bit higher, but again I ran out of blues I needed to do that, so it kind of had to come down a bit shorter. The bat signal again. And then we've got these stars in the sky, which you can see on the bottom half. I've actually got larger studs, which are just a round plate in white. I started doing it along there and didn't really like the effect. I didn't get that sense of scale I really wanted. So anything further up from there, I was too lazy to actually go down and fix it. Anything else has got more of a mixture, so I've got some larger stars and then some smaller ones, which are actually just a headlight brick with a bar stuck through the back of it just to get that little white dot. And that was Cade's idea, Cade Franklin, Season 1 Lego Master winner. I was showing him pictures of what I was doing, and he suggested that because I was not happy with how it was turning out. So yeah, that worked out really well, and thankfully I had a ton of those white bars for it to work. I think that just about wraps everything up with this build. I hope you enjoyed the last look at it, because it's going to get pulled apart soon, so I can build something else in black, as I said. And hopefully you'll be able to see that soonish. I'm trying to line it up with the release of a movie coming very soon, one that I'm very much a fan of, as you may know if you follow this channel. So hopefully I can get that out soon. I will give you a sneak peek of what that build might be, because I've already done a few props here for it. Excuse me for the very loose presentation of this video. I tried to get it very professional looking, but I found it wasn't really working, so I'd rather just do it more loose like this. So yeah, this is the other thing I'd built, and I've got more things just like this coming, and this is where all my black needs to go. So hopefully that'll give you an idea of what I'm building, and I just noticed some pieces have popped off the top of that, which I need to fix soon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this last look at the Gotham by Night display before it gets pulled apart. There's more Batman stuff on my channel, and keep an eye out soon. I've got some more stuff coming, including a Star Wars mosaic I've just finished up for my son. That'll be coming very soon. And some more interesting stuff coming very soon. Thanks for watching.